Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, did I already mess it up? I didn't. Maybe I did. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Space Engineers. I am your host, Coughing Tater. Excuse me. Quantum Tater. Say hello, Quantum Tater. Alrighty. Last time, we, you know, no, nothing happened. Nothing bad happened at all last time. It was completely super normal average day at work, and no bad, nothing bad happened at all. We just, yeah, we had a perfectly normal event 100% event free day. Yeah, that's what happened. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's all we did. We completed all tasks. We defeated all things that were meant to. Yeah, we did a good job. We just ignore that guy over there. Yeah, we don't need to see him. Last time when we left off, this thing was all of his engines were still on. I had to re-add the thrusters and this thing to the event controller, which is why I wasn't there. Once I got that done, I did save and decided to go a little rogue and test it and disconnect, reconnect without it plummeting, which is why there's quite a bit of gap there. That's why I did that. I decided I wanted to test that before. So. Welcome back, Lord Chaos. Lord Chaos said it was a good idea to test the thrusters on this guy, but it would be wiser to test the thrusters um, with additional. It's better to test the thrusters with additional. What do you call it? My brain is not working. With a full load, like that would be the time to probably test the thrusters with a full load. I want to see how bright that's going to be right there, and right there. And we'll probably turn that guy off. And yeah, that way, because testing it without a full load is sort of like not testing at all. I mean, to some degree. So yeah, and then he suggested throwing on a couple of minor grills. I see some thrusters that are not for some reason off. Why aren't you off? Off? Huh, interesting. So the other thing I need to do, um, we need to name this, and I asked for name suggestions, and Chad looks like he's the only person that shot out a name suggestion. He suggested the Chomper. Chomper's a pretty good name. We got a lot of things going on right now. What is happening? Why are these on? There we go. Let's just go ahead and turn that off. Huh. So yeah, that's maybe add some ejectors to shoot out stone. That's not a bad idea. I forget that we were no longer looking for stone, or we were no longer in the need of stone. So, you know what we could do? We could just go right here, and we say this guy there, and this will be, um, port, and we'll call this the port eject connector. Nice thing. Copy these settings. Copy all. Nope. Just kidding. Copy all. Come on. There we go. And then I'll put one. Oh my gosh. I'll put one on the other side. And then bada boom, bada bing. Bob's your uncle. We've got ourselves um, some plans. He also said, Lord Mr. Chaos, Mr. Lord Chaos. I don't know. How do we um, copy, paste, and we're gonna call this guy Starboard. Starboard. Just SB. Perfect. Beautiful. All right. So, Chad suggested the Chomper. I like the name, Chomper. Looks Chopper is my favorite murder hobo robot from Star Wars. So Chomper, I'm okay with this name. Looks good. Um, so that's what we got to do. Get this guy named up for that. I'll probably do any naming convention stuff offline so that it's all synced up. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do that. I am really quick going to probably once we get it undocked. Let's see. I bet our battery life is pretty good right now, and then we can type the words ejector, and we can put these both right here. We can say on off, and then for both of those ejectors, we can say that these throw out is turned on, and oh, we're gonna have to have, hmm, I'm gonna have to have what do you call it? I'm gonna have to fix this. So this isn't gonna work. We're gonna have to add what do you call it? The them things, the stuff and things. Oh, also it's gonna get cooked. It's not gonna work anyways for many other reasons. Primarily because I did the wrong thing. So that's okay. We always do the wrong thing sometimes. So the chomper, that's a great name for it. I appreciate it. Yeah, and I also appreciate that nobody had anything negative to say about my poor performance last time. Or maybe you did and I just ignored it and we're gonna pretend like nothing bad was ever said. And we're all friends. Um, let's see. Oh my gosh, there we go. And put that there, and I'm just gonna have one ejector, and it's gonna be pointing. I don't where I don't I don't know. I'm thinking that this is also gonna get cooked. So when I do the thing that I'm doing right now by putting that there, I'm assuming that's also gonna get nuked. So I'm going to get into this thing. I'm going to take off for a second, and I'm going to figure out why on earth my engines thrust. Minor thrusters. These are all not, oh, they're not added to the group, and thus they cannot be, that's why they're not being turned off. That makes sense. Go back real quick. We're going to do 7. Lower down, lower, right there. Right. Lock it down. And it should turn all the guys off. It did. Perfect. That's what we wanted it to do. That's what we were trying to do. All right, so, and we'll see if it turns it back on when we take off next. That's what we're gonna do. So yeah, basically do some ejectors, and then Lord Chaos also suggested it may be time to expand the deck a bit further. Maybe add additional 5 blocks. I could add 5 blocks without any problems whatsoever, and it'd probably be okay. And then he suggested like a timer block for the wheels thrusters type thing to prep for flight and things like that. Yeah, honestly, I think what's going to happen is I'll probably just add all the wheels. Like I'll disconnect everything that has potential wheels besides that guy. I'll add all the wheels to a group and just turn them on and off when I go to fly. I think that's just what's going to be happening because it's just the way it is. Other things, Chad. So magnetic strike can be turned down. I did remember that, and I did know about it. I don't recall it being as high as it was set, so that was kind of strange to me. It was very weird. Yeah, this is what are we like 0.0005? Like, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that was the strange thing, and I still feel like we hit a little clang because even with the magnetic strength, like it went from kind of being magnetized to like Yeetville. It was very odd. So, um, and then he reminded me that the ice on vanilla pertam is often frequently accompanied by um, stuff and things by the dark green grass, etc., etc. Do I have? I don't think this is what I think it is. It is not what I think it is. So let's see really quick. I'm gonna see if I can find ore. I just need an ore detector, and it's not on a block anywhere. We're going to get into this cargo container. No, we're not. We're not going to. You know what? I've got 50 cargo containers in this dang thing, and I'm trying to use that one right there. So, we're going to add to this bad boy right here to accompany our spider. We're going to add an ore detector. Just because the skiff needs one, I think it could be useful. We'll call it skiff. That way we know. And that way we can use it to scout. Because Chad suggested I basically make a tiny little ship and do scouting before I take this big thing up into the air. Um, he said build an ultralight. I feel like that this is ultralight enough. It probably could lose a couple of pounds, but I'm okay with the size of it. I don't think it's that big a deal. So yeah, expand this docking station area. Maybe get a little bigger so I'm not having to negotiate so much crap per Lord Chaos Chad. Suggesting looking for an ice with the scout, which I think is not a bad idea. I also think looking for no, just ice with a scout, buggy cockpit, and then a connector to recharge, and that's what we got ourselves here. Um, so I think the skiff is going to do that, and I think that's what our first mission is going to be. We're going to go scout some ice first, and then we are going to excuse me. Whoop, Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. Sorry. Sorry. Don't bother me. Don't bother me. But don't bother me. Don't bother me. Don't bother me. That's right. Let's go ahead and put this guy here. I don't know what this thing is toggled to, so we'll take a look at the ore detector right quick and see what it's set to. 250 is not a bad range. So what we can do, I'm going to pause for a second. So what we can do is we'll take this out and we'll do some scouting to find some ice. I think that's going to be the next step. And then we can be building some stuff up as we go. And that gives the time for the ore to drill the chomper, which will be named thusly. A, I need to put an antenna on it, and B, that'll give me some time to get the chomper charged up so that we can take it out and give it a full test. Probably picking up a crap load of ice. And then, let's see, what else? And then Clyde said, we're just a little on, he was quoting me when I was like, we're just a little on fire. Said he'd never thought he didn't think he'd ever heard anyone say that before. Yeah, me taking out a small vehicle for the sake of simplicity. Which one of these is reverse thrust? I think it's you. Okay, yeah, it's you. I'm not plummeting to the ground, so that must be it. Um, yeah, I definitely have a different mentality when it comes to that. I did take out a much smaller vehicle um when it comes to my combat vehicle. It wasn't huge. I wanted to build that bigger rover, but I decided not to. And like, I don't know. It's not bad. It's not great. Like I like this. I like it, but I think honestly, the next combat vehicle probably needs to be a flyer. And even then, I'm not super confident of my flight skills. Get some altitude. Not too much altitude because we need to scout some stuff. I'm not seeing any green spots. I don't really need I do need this for the radar signatures, but I don't need it to visually spot, so we can do some hunting that way. And yeah, the other thing I was just going to say is, sorry I was late loaded last time. I literally got all the way to it. It was uploaded and pending, and I just did not hit publish, or I did not schedule to publish. So that was kind of a wonky thing. I remembered it that morning. I got up and I was about to go to work, and I was like, oh, I forgot to hit publish, so I ran in here really quick and hit a button, and then we were good. I'm not seeing anything. We got iron, silicone, nickel. I did build a really, like, off screen. I was having just some, what do you call it? Some, like, tinker time. You know what I didn't do? Oh, I can still see it. I don't know what the range is set to on the Malafor. I don't know how far I can get before that stops broadcasting to me. But I did set up some tinker time, and I was just messing around, and I built what I think is a pretty neat flyer. Of course, it doesn't do me a lot of good until I build it. But I thought it'd be a really cool, like, potential combat flight vessel. Um, and so I could sacrifice one of our dear ships here. What do we got? I don't need to take that outpost, but I could liberate it. It looks like it's in danger. Does it look like it needs help? It might need help. Does it need help, guys? I don't know. We're not in a combat mode today. How is there no ice? This is impressive. I know I'm zipping around pretty quick, but come on now. We can zoom out. I don't need to be in that first person view, and it'll make it a little quieter for the drive, you know? So that's what we're doing. We're just gonna hunt some ice. I thought about doing like the, large grid on a small grid thing to get the bigger thing, but I'm okay with the range. 250 is enough. That's part of the game is scouting and looking for stuff, and sometimes the monotony is part of the game. I also, in addition to that, need to find another economy base. That's one of the things I'd like to do. Economy base, ice. Ice first, economy base second. What do we got? Nickel. Oh, nickel. Oop, ice. Almost guaranteed. Sure enough. Oof. You know what we can't see currently? The Malafor. That's not good. I think the Malafor was that way. So let's do GPS. Nice. Okay, let's head back. If we go towards the military watchtower, that should 100% be in range of the Malifaux signal. Ah, there it is. No, it's not. That's still that thing. Um, there's another piece of ice over there. Beautiful. There it is. Okay, 10K. 10K is the range. I can scout 10K before I lose track of my giant ship. Excuse me, gentlemen. Do you need to be liberated? Negative. I am a human meat popsicle. That actually, pause. Let's take a look. Slow it down. There we go. How much regret are we gonna have if I get a little closer to this guy? I see 2 turrets, 2 regular Gatlings. That would be pretty easy to take. Okay, well, I don't... Are we pirates? I don't know. Are we pirates? That's a question we gotta ask ourselves. Do we want to be pirates? Maybe we do. Alright, I'll pick you up on the other side when I get back to the Malifaux. Alright, we are back to the Malifaux. And nothing bad happened. We made no poor choices on the way. I don't think. Lord Chaos and others, I think you guys may be accurate in how cramped this section may be. Only slightly. I mean, look. Just it's like a Tokyo car park, okay? Like it it basically yeah. It's like a Tokyo car park. We're it's small, but it's not bad. And honestly, let's see, what would we need to do? We could extend. We could. Let's do this right here. And we can take and grab one of these. And this has got to be the right color blue. I don't think this is the right color blue. I've accidentally reset my color palette. I saw a thing. I don't know if I read a thing or I saw a thing, but I saw a thing. Which Keen was like, we really prefer people to keep the same.
Inventory full. Inventory full.
That's my bad. That's the way it's gonna be. They wanted people to keep the default color palette because it means then everything will look good together if if everyone uses the default color palette, then what will happen is it will um, look good, I guess. No, what? Grab the stuff. There we go. Alright, another one of these bad boys here. Look at that. We are... And that should it. That should be the last drainage of this here boy, and we can actually take it down. Is that correct? Are we officially empty here? 5%? 4%? Let's see if it actually drains all the way out. Nope. We need one more. We need uno moro. How many is that? We gotta be pretty close. I guess we could stap another one right there. Anywhere where there's 2 conveyor lines, you can have... This just feels like I'm creating a giant explosive bottom. Which is probably not entirely untrue, per se. Why can't I grab this stuff? There we go. Like, that should all be connected. Oh. Like, right? Should all be connected. Okay. Stockpile on. Ow. Let's see, does this get rid of it? Did we do it? Have we finally done it? Oh, it's empty!
Inventory full. Inventory full.
Wow. There we go. Yay! Giant nuclear biscuit off the side of my base, my ship. I think I have some extra pieces over there that we're gonna make that look the same, but no. Cool. Yay, we did it. And totally with no problems whatsoever. Not an issue at all. All right, so we've got, that should be 15 then. I don't know if it's actually 15 because we probably used some since, but let's go ahead and take a look. We can go pop in here real quick while I'm getting some much needed juice. Hydrogen. We have 11, 12, 13, 13, 14. What? Why? Why? 9? Okay, so let's assume 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we've got essentially one large hydrogen container of hydrogen, small tanks. And I believe all of them are on stockpile except for... There should be one that is not on stockpile. Are we filling up? No, we're not. So, and there you go, that's why. So hydrogen tank 1, we'll go ahead and take you off stockpile, and then boom, look at that, I'm filling up, just like that. I know it's not nighttime, I can't sleep, I get it. Okay, let's get towards our ice. Where was that? Did the military base? Huh, okay. Alright, I am not locked down in any way, shape, or form. There are pronoid wheels. Left wheels, forward wheels, Malifaux wheels. This should be all of the wheels. Which would be, how many is that? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Should be 10 wheels. When we type in wheel, we should get 10 Malifaux wheels. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. And they're currently off. Beautiful. I love that. Let's get this. We're going to put this into that. We're going to turn on all engines. What? Unidentified. Oh, that's really far. Guys. Well, that's neat. You know what, I'm really glad that this wasn't set to used for parking, because that would have been tragic. Alright, do this. I don't... I do know exactly why that happened. But that's fun. We turn all the thrusters on? We got forward thrust, yes. Side thrust, yes. Reverse thrust, yes. Side. Do the other side real quick. Alright, thrusters test. I can't see squat right now. Back that up. There's probably a better... you're right, we do need to expand this thing. This thing is far too cramped right now. Alright. Let's see if we can do that one more time without leaving all of our ships behind. Alright. Good grief. Okay. So we are... Go for takeoff. Must have gotten a little lighter in all of this. Just because it looks like... I can't be 100% sure, but it looks like we are lifting easier. Although we are still at 1.8 million tons, so I don't think we're that much lighter. Oh, and there's the endangered. That thing disappeared just a second ago. Whoa, processing plant. Hmm. Let's turn on some power, make some juice back. I kind of want to go that way. I know what the other station is the where the processing plant people. Let's see if I'm about to crash. I'm not about to crash. That's great news. Let's level out. Were the processing plant people enemies with us? The the Imperial Minerals, did we... They seem to be okay with us. What about these guys? These guys are real mad. They don't like us that much. Sovereign Commerce, they're happy with us. I think we did jobs with them, right? And then the unknowns are the unknowns. Hmm. Well, nevertheless, we'll go ahead and head on to the other side. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pick you up when we get the 10Ks away, because this is going to take us a sweet minute. It's not going to be a short trip. So, I probably could have just moved the miner specifically, done the mining, and then brought it back, but I thought, like, this is a better idea. And it never hurts to travel a little bit more. Plus, we're getting out of this dang dust storm, maybe. Feels like we are. I don't know, maybe we're not. I do see that our ore detector on the skiff is turned on. I'm going to turn that off so we're stopped juicing or whatever. There we go. Yeah, weather over. We're good. All right, so I'll pick you up on the other side once we get to the ice or near the ice where I can land and take the miner out. And yeah, we'll go from there. Alrighty, look at that. Touchdown nearby with nice sort of flat, not at all flat spot whatsoever. Two things. I don't have an antenna or an ore detector on this stupid ship. Not stupid. Great, great ship. Best ship ever. Not at all stupid. Let's see. Let's go ahead and get this guy. Let's get him an orange. That's perfect. And then we're gonna park that bad boy right. I was gonna park it right there, but it does not look like it'll fit right there. So mm, what are we gonna call this guy? This is the Chomper ore detector. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. And then with the piece I just got, I can put that right there. And then I really, really done the job. I should probably put one there too, huh? If we're trying to keep consistent. What do we got? There we go, beautiful. Looks complete. Alright, let's... And then... So we don't have rock dispensers, because I didn't put on sorters yet. And that's something I'll do later. Let's go test out this mining. We can really quick add the ore detector. So, geez, telescope. We're gonna add you to the bar, so we can turn you on. Oh, you need to be added on the bar, so we can turn you on. We can get rid of this guy here. And then, what did I just do? This guy. Turn this guy on. Perfect. Let's go get ourselves some ice. And then we can discuss whether or not we want to do something about that. I think we might be allies. We could totally be allies, and they wouldn't shoot us at all, right? That's possible. That's a thing that could happen. Maybe they like us. Wasn't there? Yeah, there was ice right there too. Let's go get the faraway one first. I'm gonna give this guy a full run for his money. Um, I don't believe. Oh no, I forgot to do a thing. Let's see. Did I info? You know what we're just gonna call it right now? Chomper. I'll worry about naming that stuff later, but what I will do really quick, while I've got it, is we'll just go ahead and blueprint that bad boy, take a screenshot, and then go about our business. Alright, we've got 26 minutes of battery. We're not fully charged up. We're kind of low. That's okay. I think I put enough reverse thrust on here that I could keep myself aloft pointed straight down. We're not going to obviously pilot straight down, but this is obviously empty too, so we'll have to... We're going to come in at an angle, is my thoughts. What do we got? I always like to go in at an angle anyways. I actually haven't even tested this to see if it bores wide enough for it to fit itself in. We can turn on the lights, give it a little test ski and see how we're doing there. Testing the waters. Does anyone know? Is there a mod for like quieter drill sounds? Oh, there it is. The bean juice. Oh, there we go. That is all pure ice right there. So the question is, do we want to get it all the way full? Now we've got build info up, so we should be able to see the inventory of the full shebang and how well it works. I can already tell, I feel like it's going to need additional thrust. Also, something else I can tell I need to fix. The engine on the right side is facing the wrong direction. You see how this one slants to the left like it's supposed to and that one does not? We got to fix that. That's going to bother me. So, yep, that's going to happen. I'm going to turn on our second gyro because I feel like we're going to need it. We are amassing much ice. Very wow. 87,000. That's pretty good. So far, we're very stable. Moving forward. Container's almost full. This is not meant to bring out tons of load. So let's go. So we are pushing pretty hard to keep ourselves aloft. The engines are very thrusty. Just if we wanted to do a quick test, we can tilt up and see how quickly we start to lose altitude. We actually, wow, look at that. Nope, 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 just kidding, we can't. We cannot stay vertical. So don't drill straight down is what that teaches me. But we absolutely get to take this Hulk back. And I know that I created one. Let's see if groups. I should have, I did not. So minor thruster, there should be thrust. And then this should be minor, so let's do that. And we'll call this Chomper thrust. And then we can get rid of this guy. And then the thrust, Chomper thrust, and then backwards, backwards, backwards. Backwards, 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 backwards. Backwards. That doesn't sound right. Chomper, reverse. Thrust. And then we should be able to come here. I know I'm dangerous with the amount of time I've got left in this mining trip. I should then be able to go to here, toggle on off, and I can put this guy on. And let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, that's 8, that's right. It feels like it should be more than that or less. I don't know. It feels like not the exact right number. How's the lighting look on this thing? It looks like it's doing nothing. Like I don't feel like we need it to be dark. Maybe we can. Okay, I know what I'm gonna do. I will summon the eyes and the power of Ra. We've summoned Ra. Look at that. Thank you, Ra. We appreciate your efforts. And that's still, it's not a good test. When we go back, we'll do a night mining for ice, and we'll see how it does. Just to make sure. we probably could use, we're gonna add some additional reverse thrust, I think is what's gonna happen. Um, Forward, I don't plan to ever go vertical in the leave atmosphere verticality type of methodology. So I think we'll be okay to ooh, what's our altitude general to the planet? Because I feel like we don't have a lot of thrust at higher altitudes. I know that's a thing that this game does well, which means yeah. And I don't think we picked up that much stone. If we're looking at the stone to ice ratio, we did pretty good. So I think we crushed it. I think we crushed it here. Let me get this unloaded, and I'm gonna fix that thruster because it's bothering the crap out of me. I don't have enough juice. I don't have enough juice. Ugh. Learned a valuable lesson. Oh, learned a second valuable lesson. Oh gosh, that was painful. Okay, got that fixed. Yeah, that looks way better. Now that it's fixed and facing the right direction, I like the way that looks. All right, let's go get some more ice. A little bit more. Um, I'm not mad about having 10k of stone. That's not really a thing I gotta worry about. This thing cruises. We're definitely gonna need some more up thrust, I think. What's up thrust? Get it? Like, what's up, Chuck? No, no, don't. Never mind. Don't, don't, don't. Don't judge me. Or do. I don't. It's whatever you want. Do whatever you want. You guys are your own people. I believe in you. I believe in you. I think what I could do is I could potentially add two additional small thrusters, and that would give us some additional lift. I think that will do the job necessary for us. So that's probably what we're gonna do. And then I'm trying to think, I might be able to add, we'll figure it out. I don't know that I actually need more down thrust. I just was like, I'm more picky about this than I really have to be. Oh, that's not bad. There's a huge blind spot right in the middle of the, yeah, that's solid work. Solid work. I'm just gonna, there's no reason to have you right here above me while I'm digging. So let's get in here and get that ice. That's not bad. The lighting is good for like, this side lighting is pretty okay. It's not bad, but the forward lighting is where we need work. I'm thinking we may have to put something on the underbelly of the cockpit, maybe. I think it's just gonna get knocked off though. That's the problem. So we'll see. Ah, yay, sound. I always do this number here. I like doing this where you can. I know the stupid thing is you can just toggle mining, right? You can just turn on mining, like turn on mine. I know we'll do that, but I like to use it as a click to mine, because then I can right click to excavate. And but when I'm click to mining, like the thing that I do is that you hold down click to mine and then you go into a menu and then it leaves the drills on. So it's sort of like cheating, but it works for both things, like both excavate and like if I wanted to. I'll demonstrate here in a second once I get the rest of this. It feels like, back it up, back it up. Oh, don't turn. We don't have enough of that for sure. So, so then like, so if I just click, we're gonna really fill this thing up. I want to see like exactly how bad it is. It looks like honestly it's not that bad. Ah, alarm clock. Damn you, alarm clock. Making me a fool. I'm a professional. Okay, we're as full as possible. Now, so I just clicked off and it obviously it stopped spinning, but then like so if I wanted to right click excavate so that I could make a gap without having to hold a bunch of stuff down, I could do the same thing, right click excavate, and then, oops, go into like your inventory menu, and then suddenly, boom, we're just excavating. So I really like that. Oh, this is very heavy. So at max capacity, these thrusters are not enough. It is, the world is not enough here. Um, Holy crap, that's bad. Now you can use up thrust and all your forward thrust to get the altitude you need. Like that's a thing we can do. But if we get too high, coming down from that height is going to be brutal. So we definitely do not want to accidentally that stuff. This is going to be a much more. Part of me has this idea now that I'm thinking about it, like just as an extreme excavation situation. That at the end, where I dock this, like dock these things compact the way that we have it, right? But then at the end, I add collectors, like a row of collectors, and then I get over the thing and I just turn on the rear connector, and it just blah 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 shoots out and it collects into the thing. And then I don't have to worry about negotiating into space for like carrying the ore piece of it. I can just simply, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that right now. It's gonna be a quick build montage. Gonna need a montage. Montage. We're gonna do a quick montage for that, and then yeah, we're gonna see what that looks like. I'm gonna see if I can use all my thrusters to get us altitude. It looks like I can. I hope this doesn't blow up in my face. We are going pretty quick, unstoppably quick. All right, we have cleared. Nope, 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 nope. Ugh. Um, we are we are at capacity. We are to the altitude in this exact moment is too great for the thing that the thing, the thing, and the thing, and the thing. Three's Company too. Um. Okay. Well, let's. I'm glad that we, you know, did the thing. That's. Did anybody else see that coming? I did not see that coming. Let's see. I need copy settings, copy all, copy paste, copy settings, copy all, copy paste. All right, let's see if this if that's just enough juice to get us. Oh, barely. That is barely enough at this altitude. That is barely enough height. So that's what it's gonna take. Let's do thrust, chomper thrust, and we need to add you and you to the group. We're gonna have to change all. I know there's a mod for like group renaming stuff. I definitely need that mod. I don't know how something didn't blow off this. Something like how did we not lose something? I'm not sure I understand. So let's slowly descend. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this with a full load because that's how dumb we are. We're just gonna give it a nice little love drop. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, really quick. Really quick, really quick. We're gonna do a montage. We're gonna need a montage. Yeah. Let's go this right here. Ah, brilliant. This is probably much slower than just docking up, but look at that. I'm already like, sort of like it's like a free. It's like a free dump off, and then like with Izzy's, it's quicker the other way, right? Because obviously the system just pulls all the stuff out and then immediately goes. But from a non-Izzy's perspective, like I can lighten the load a little bit, and then we can then go dock up, and everything will be hunky dory, peachy king, good to go. I think we're gonna need to add some extra thrusters though in every direction. We added 2 reverse and 2 forward, so we probably could do, yeah, we probably could add some extra thrusters on this thing. But this is working brilliantly, and judge me if you will, but it's brilliant. It's brilliantly working. Look at that. We've successfully collected ice, and look at that. We don't have any misconceptions. We need better lighting on this thing, but I think everything work is pretty good. Um, Now I can do this. Oh, this should be toggle on off for collect all. Collect all. And then we should be able at this point come over back to here. We can turn off this guy. Do this guy right here. We can dock up. And then from there, like that just drains it out immediately because Izzy's is the jam. What do we think about that? That? Come on, this is ridiculous, but like it's doing a job. It's doing a great job is what it's doing. Um, okay, and it extends the back out, which is sort of what Lord Chaos was thinking, minus that it's not at all what he was probably thinking. We could do another row so we have more room, and then I could have both of those things dumping out collection. Oh, do we want to try that? I think we do. Let's. It's irritating to me that the welder, by the way, is not as fast as the tier 3 welder for like the hand tools. Like the fact that this isn't, or that the weld tool, the tier 3 weld tool is much faster than the giant welder that we have up here. Like it's a little frustrating to me. I don't know that there's anything you can really do about it other than like deal with the fact that it's frustrating. Oh, and you know what we need? Now we need a bunch of these because, yeah, because raisins. Because we're gonna execute to the highest. All right, I'll pick you up on the other side. Okay, okay. Okay. Look, call me crazy. Well, I am crazy, but that's okay. So let's do. What do we want to do? Let's do something. Do we have any? Are you telling me there's not an ore around here somewhere? Do we? We don't need more nickel. We just got a bunch of nickel. We always need more iron. Iron is something that is always useful 100% of the time. So let's go here. We're gonna turn on the borescope, the borons. No, I got nothing. Because we're about to have more ice than we know what to do with. We already have more ice than I think we know what to do with. I think we're about to dig in very deep to the ice situation. So, you ever back in the day people used to say like, oh yeah, a pound of fat weighs more than a pound of muscle or whatever they used to say, or a pound of muscle weighs more than a pound of fat. You remember shit people used to say that shit? But that's stupid because a pound weighs a pound. The other day I had a discussion. I was thinking about like the idea behind like ore and stuff, and I was like, oh, clearly, like how much does a pound of ore weigh? And like obviously a pound of ore weighs as much as a pound of ore. Any ore, 1 pound is 1 pound. So I was like, oh, I'm being dumb. Like that's a dumb thing I've just said because naturally, like the weight of the ore does not change as a result of um, it doesn't change as a result of, let's see, collect all, on off, throw out all, on off, throw out all, on off. Okay. So like clearly like a pound of whatever is not gonna like basically the change where it changes is how much ore equals 1 pound. So like is it 10 iron is the equivalent of 20 magnesium or what, like those numbers can change obviously, but a pound of each is still a pound. But I was like, is ore lighter? Like, is some ores lighter than other ores? I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. Um, I also wonder if they're going to add additional ores in Space Engineers too. Like, and would that does that increase gameplay loop, or does that just is it just like extra for the sake of extra? Like just to be like, hey, we gave you more things. Like, okay, so we've got a thing of iron. Good for us. We've done great things. We're gonna come back with our haul. We're gonna be very careful not to. No, we're not gonna be that careful. Turn on the lights. Look at that big blind spot. Yeah, the spotlights in the middle aren't doing their job at all. The other one's not bad. The spotlights, trash. They're not good. So we come over here, right? And we get out a thing, and then we go one, two, dut, dut, dut. Yes, we just double unload, bro. Single-handedly revolutionizing the future right here. That's what's happening. Obviously, I can still just dock up, and it would be just as fast. But look how this is a thing. And this can be done with a timer block where I can just set both these things up. I can say, or an event controller, when full, like turn it on, when full, when not at zero, turn on both of these modes for the collector and throw out. And that might be pretty easy to program, to be honest. So I need to add additional upward thrust. I'm thinking about adding two more small guys in betwixt the reverse thrust and the big thrusters right there. I think that'd be pretty good. Look at that. Should be done. I think we're, okay. That was weird. Just kept dumping stuff out even though nothing existed. But whatever. That's, that is not the point of this episode of the weirdness that is happening. Lord Chaos, I do think we need to make this thing smaller. I also am losing faith in what I consider to be practically useful. Oops. And what I consider to be practically useful for having these things on hinges. Um, that's not a Lord Chaos thing or a chat thing. But I think I'm losing faith on why those things need to be on hinges because I don't think ultimately like I should just add additional reverse thrust if I want to be able to weld pointing downwards. That's that's the fact. That's the truth right there. But that thing's not really well designed. I've seen much better welding ships since then. Anyways, look at that, guys. We did great stuff today. That is what we've done. Um, let's see. What did we do? We got some iron. Beautiful. Turned on our headlights. Turned off our headlights. That's good too. We totally did not crash anything whatsoever or damage any of my ships whatsoever. We were perfect, flawless missions all around. Nothing bad happened at all. We didn't accidentally leave two of our ships behind for no reason. That never happened. So clearly we're superior in all of those ways. Alright guys, if you enjoyed this, we got our ice, we got iron. We tested this collector contraption, which I'm very thrilled about right now. Very excited. Next is to determine what we do with that little base in the background. You can see it mocking us, calling us names, or being friendly. I don't really know. Let me know what you want to do with that next. Do we want to take this guy out until it dies, or do we want to take the pronoid, scrap it, and build a flyer? That's the question I pose to you people. Anyways, you know what to do. Like button, subscribe, bell notification so you don't miss anything. As always, please comment down below. I really enjoy that. And as always, I will catch you later, Taters. Let's see if we can wave. We can't, but we can stretch. And as always, be kind. Bye.